pretty cold though, isn't it?
Mm.
It's freezing yesterday.
It's pretty cold. Yeah, it was cold out yesterday, that's for sure. Yeah, we just nearly tapped that level at 820s. Oh, you're talking about that 1 hour level, innit? It's 660.
Yeah, around there,
Yeah. My only concern is if this is a rejection into the zone to reject on the 4 hour. That's obviously my only concern. But as long as the 30-minute closes above, I don't see why that's going to be an issue. Do you know what I mean? As long as the 30 can close above, it shouldn't. In any case, that shouldn't be a problem. But obviously we can see that it's moving very weird at the minute, isn't it? Very choppy.
Very jumpy.
Yeah, very jumpy. But that's kind of what happened with that 15-minute candle. It was very jumpy. It just out of nowhere just bursting up.
Yeah, that's what it kind of does, isn't it, sometimes with GJ.
Yeah, I wonder if there was not news, but I wonder if there was any morning YouTube, by the way. I wonder if there was just because obviously clearly something drove price up at 4 in the morning, so I wonder if it's a market's reacting to whatever. Let's have a look on Forex Factory. Oh, it was the Bank of Japan outlook. Probably because they kept their rates the same.
Yeah, they're targeting 2% year-on-year CPI, and they're talking about quantitative easing as well.
Okay. Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, it's moving well weird though.
Go.
Run.
Thinking about my stops are nearly they're massive.
Yeah, mine are pretty big too. Yeah, I've got it below the. But yeah, I'm gonna watch this 900 level, to be honest, because obviously we don't want to get mad rejections here.
Yeah, I've got a level of 9. I've got a daily support level at 970.
Okay.
That's kind of 163 as well. So.
Yeah.
See what we do there.
Yeah. Come on, 15-minute. We know you want to pump up. At least if I can get even if I get 15 to we got 10 pips here already. Even if we could get 15 pips today, I'll be happy because of yesterday. So I'm not too worried about letting it run all the way to TP. I'm more worried about watching for rejections at this kind of area. That I need to be careful about. And I want to make sure that I don't leave profit on the table today, because it's sort of my last trading day today. Because I'm going to Ireland tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's not like a trip, but it's to scatter my nan's ashes, innit?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But I'm away for the weekend.
It's been 3 years, and they're just still sitting in the house.
Really? Oh my god. Yeah. No.
Yeah, we need to do it.
Yeah, we're going to scatter the ashes at some island or something that she used to love. So yeah, I'll be back Monday, but I'm back Sunday night, but it's mad late in the morning, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream on Monday.
Might be on Monday. I'm busy.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I want to try, but I know I'm not getting back till 2 in the morning. So if I can get up, I'll do it. If not, then we'll see.
Yeah.
Come on, GJ. We had a good little 12 pips there. You can keep going, my friend. It's 30 minutes out. Yeah, 30 minutes looks like it's coming to a good close. 1 hour. Yeah, just gotta watch these rejections in here. But if this continues to pump up, it should be very nice. But where do we go, Breaky? Where do we watch? What do we do? Done it again. It's gone 12 and it's pulling back. Do you know what I was going to say about yesterday though, Kelsey? Because obviously we were saying about it's difficult because about going into profit and going into drawdown. But you see, yesterday it went into profit, come back to my entry. I was cool with that, and then I let it go back into profit, went further, then came back to my entry. Do you get what I mean? So that was a real psychological battle. Do you know what I mean? Because the
Yeah, it did.
first time I dealt with it well, like I allowed it to come back, it was eased. You know what I mean? Cool with that.
Yeah.
Let it play. You know, let it continue. Went further than it did before. Now you're like, cool. Put stops to break even. Do you know what I mean? You don't expect it to come back twice.
No.
Do you know what I mean? And that's where it was. That was the key difference, because that caused me to be like, oh, like, do I want to be holding this now? You know what I mean? It was a tricky one.
Some trades like yesterday, like they're just so hard on the psyche, aren't they?
Yeah, oh, that one was hard on the psyche for sure. I did not deal with that trade well because the stops were massive and it moved like 20 pips, and after like 20 pips, you know, that's like sort of my biggest sort of win, 20 pips, you know what I mean? So for me it was like, ooh, you know, I could just either take it now, or the better thing would be to hold, but I don't want to be in drawdown anymore after this. So I feel like I definitely made the right decision in the moment, but I think the difference is that looking back, I probably should have just took the 20 pips, to be honest, because that's still a great amount of profit.
We rarely catch
30
anyway,
plus.
we're never catching like over 20. So 20 would be the max for us, wouldn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So if we know that, I could have just taken the 20 and it would have been a really, really good day and a solid week, you know what I mean? And I probably would have said to myself, you know what, the fact it ran there, I closed, pulled back and then continued, I'd be cool with that. Because it's either that or you hold until wherever your take profit is. Do you know what I mean? And you have to hold to that. So it's all about that sort of structure. And I know that I'd much rather get 20 pips and play like that. Do you know what I mean? But we'll see. We'll see what's the situation. But good morning, YouTube. You lot are quiet as usual.
It's George today. It's underslept.
No George. I don't think he's coming on.
See, gold had a nice sell.
No, I didn't see gold.
Well, just the last 8-minute candle.
Oh yeah.
Presented like break.
I've been too busy looking at GJ. Yes, that's true. Gold, yeah, very nice. Yeah, easy move. Look at that. Yeah, very true. Very true.
I might go through 2021 and back test gold just in London to see.
Yeah. I'm collecting the data for this year on gold at the minute. But yeah, I'm just not. I won't be in a position to trade NY gold for probably a couple of years. So there's just no point in me looking at it, to be honest. It's better for me just to see if I can have a trade in London and then see if I can hold it through to NY and collect data around that. I think that's going to be more beneficial for me at the minute.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah, exactly.
Catch some bigger moves.
You got it, man. You got it. Right. Morning. I'm up mega pips from buying low at 159.85 and stacking my trades. Very nice. He holds this trade a lot, like quite far, big long take profits. Obviously that's very good, isn't it? That is very good. There's no doubt about that. Oh yeah, there's no doubt that's very, very good.
Yeah, I'm happy when I hold over 20.
Yeah, trust.
If he holds over 100.
If I can get 20, I'm happy. Okay, GJ's coming back up now. 12, 13,
Yeah.
14. I'm gonna see where this little candle can go. I'll be happy with my normal 17, 18 pip high. That'd be pretty nice. Oh, we'll speak too soon. 14. Come on.
We've got a minute left. Will we get a last minute squeeze here?
I'm hoping. 15, 16, 17. 17, go on. Do it for the gang. I'm going to put stops to break even though. At this current stage. Go on, just a little bit more. Drive up a little bit more. Am I break even? I can't even see. No. Oh no, I am now. There we go, that's dead on break even. So we want to cover a little bit of commish. I need to work out how to get that bloody entry line back, man.
I know. I think it says on the left in it buy, but it doesn't. I can't see where
Right,
the
this
line
better
is.
not retrace now because I did have my 17.
I'm not even break even yet.
Oh, this is gonna pull back and stop me in it. Vio.
Almost did.
Vio. Oh, if this happens again.
Break above that
I
30
would.
minute zone.
I
Should
would.
be 9.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna stop me. Look. At break even. Oh no, that's terrible.
We can project off this area now. That's the only
Yeah,
thing.
that's the thing, innit? So it might be a blessing for me. No, go back up. Go back up. Yes. No. Oh no.
Imagine that.
I should have just
Wait,
taken the 17.
oh, you're still in.
I'm still in, but let's be honest. Yeah, there you go. See you later. Another one. Were you taking any trade now? I'm in a trade. I just took a trade. I just got stopped at break even because I was up a good amount and I did not want it coming back to my entry again. I'm actually okay with that. Because if I'd won yesterday, I would have let this play out, but I didn't. I got stopped break even yesterday, so I might as well keep the same structure on it. Oh well.
Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, I had 17 again.
I was hoping that would just push.
Yeah. Oh, that's annoying. It moves so quick. It hit 17, then pulled back, and I was like, oh well. I don't even care. It's the end of the month, innit?
Yeah, true.
I'm just more looking forward to May at this stage now.
It's always tricky when Asians had a push, isn't it? You never know if that volume's going to continue.
I know.
Yes.
Yeah, it is tricky, but I mean, to be honest, the thing is, at the minute, what's annoying is I'm not used to the candles being so big, so of course, like that wick, just that little retracement wick right there was 15 pips or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas usually that might be like 5 pips. So for me, it's like, why am I gonna be up 17 and let it come back to my entry? Like, look at that 15-minute candle. It's a 30 pip candle. Like, what's going on? So everything's sort of doubled, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Your drawdown has doubled. Your pullbacks have doubled.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about taking, like for me, the way I trade now, I get to 4R and I take like 20% off, leave my stops where they are, and basically take risk off. You know, when you're in profit, I don't know how it works on like a 1-to-1, but when you're in profit, you can take some off to cover your risk.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, because of how big my stop losses are and how big the moves can be in London, I tend to just get the 1-to-1 and bag it up and leave it like that, and then I rely on the fact that I'm going to have more winners than losers. Do you get what I mean?
It's different.
Yeah, because the problem is, like, obviously if I was to go 4R, let's say on that trade, yeah. So my entry was here, so that's a 37 pips. So 4R, I'd have to target over 200 pips, which would mean I would be looking at a take profit of all the way back to like 164,700. Are we realistically gonna get there?
Yeah, it wouldn't work
by the weekend? No, because unless I'm using like a super low time frame, like 1 minute, and then using like a 8 pip stop on a 1 minute, yeah, then I can get that little 40 pip squeeze there. That's no problem. But then I know I'm gonna get stopped pretty. Well, for me, the way I trade, I could get stopped very quickly doing that, so that's not gonna be worth it for me. But yeah, I mean, I do like the idea of like letting trades run longer than a 1-to-1. I do like that idea, but for the minute, it's like I can't do that. I don't like leaving like my risk on the table. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, mate.
Yeah. But no, it's at the end of the day, like I will not trade like this forever. Like, I'm always looking to see how I can improve profitability, etc. So beforehand, you remember last time you probably come on these zooms regularly, I was only securing at 10 pips. Now I'm getting 17 as a minimum, 20 as a minimum. Do you get what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and that was through just trial and error of looking at your data and saying, okay, well, hang on a minute, I'm seeing that most of my trades are going 20 pips, so why can't I hold to 20 pips? Well, let's try it out. Tried it out first week, had a banging week. Cool, let's do it again. And then my data that I've collected around my trades support that. So at the minute, I've looked at my data and most of my trades aren't running plus 2R, if that makes sense. So half of them or less will run past 2R, which isn't really good enough for me based on my current data. So that means that half my trades will go 1-to-1 and then will not continue. Or on the flip side, half of them are running further than 1-to-1, which means that if you hold them, you're only then limiting yourself to nearly 50% win rate, aren't you? Because if you're going to hold that trade, well, what happens to the other 50%? Well, that means that they're not going to hit 2-to-1, which means they're either going to pull back and stop you out, or hit your break even, or whatever. So it's tricky. But the more data you have around your trades, the easier it is to identify what's going to give you the best profitability. But I'm just not used to this big candle movements at the minute. It's causing me to go break even at certain rejection levels, because I don't want to be up 17, 18 and let it come back to my stop loss, because that's where I'm usually taking profits. Do you know what I mean? So it's just a bit tricky at the minute. I feel like I need to get used to that, because beforehand it just wasn't like that.
Do you have a max stop loss you would take? If it's any more than 30?
Yeah, 35, 38 is max. I mean, to be honest, 3 months ago my max was 25, but then I realised all candles are starting to get a bit bigger. Some stop losses are starting to get bigger, so I was like, okay, I've got to adapt to that. So I'm cool with that. Then I said, all right, 30 pips is fair, based on the current volume in the market. So, but if it's more than 40, it's difficult. It's a she. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise. It's a she. Okay. So
I did think that.
Yeah, I didn't want to.
The other day, didn't we?
It's hard, isn't it? You don't want to presume, but I mean, I don't know. Anyway, okay, we know now. Were you taking any trade? Yeah, I took a trade. I got stopped to break even. I think Kelsey's still holding these buys. Should be.
Yeah,
It still looks pretty good, to be fair. It still looks good to continue up. I just didn't want to. I don't want to let it come back to my entry, to be honest. Because if I did start taking drawdown and took a loss today, it would just ruin my week, especially with how big the stops are. So I knew I wanted to get in, let it hit that rejection area, and then we'll see what happens. If it continues up, happy days. But I mean, if I held every trade this week, we would add 4 winners in it, 3 winners.
3, yeah.
Yeah, it would have been solid. But I've only have 1 because the other one hit me at break even. But yeah, we move on. Have you considered trading earlier in the Asian session? Seems like you start trading in the last hour of Asian, but don't go too far past London Open. No, I start trading from 6 a.m., which is my problem at the minute is obviously the commitment around work. I'm fortunate enough to get time in before work. I can still trade after 8. I stopped streaming at 8. I still trade after 8. But obviously I've got to get ready. I've got a while to travel to work and stuff. So at the minute it's just tricky. Eventually, I'll be doing the full London session, 6 to 10. That will be the when I don't have to work my job. But at the minute, it's a tricky one. Because you can't put all your eggs in one basket, especially in trading when you haven't got. When you haven't got years upon years of solid income, you know what I mean, it's tricky to so at the minute I like the idea of having the 2 incomes, so it works out good for me. But you know, if I was doing 10 lots, 15 lots, I don't think I'd need to work my job. But I'm only on 1 lots at the minute, so it's not quite a big enough capital to you know, do by myself, or just the trading. Because obviously, you know, got bills and that, so you know, I need you know what I'm saying. You know, and then if you've got bills and that, and you're solely relying on trading, now how's your psychology gonna feel? You know, you're in a trade, you're up 20 pips, you're like, ooh, that's my bills paid for, right there. Do I take it? You know what I mean? It's a lot different. So you've got to prepare. You know, you've got to be very, you know, doing the same thing for years upon years. You won't even blink an eyelid when you make the transfer. But doing it for 6 months and then you're gonna feel the pressure. Trust me. I tried it once. I tried going full time on 5 lots just because, you know, I thought I'm making good money now. You know, I can do this full time. I can do this, and it was rushed. You know what I'm saying? You learn. You learn the hard way. The pressure, it does get to you when you trading is your only income. It does. But you know, when you've been doing it for years before that, consistently making money, working alongside a job, etc., it won't get to you so bad because you're used to just the way you trade. I do feel like I'm like that now, but it's just not a big enough capital there at the minute. But we'll see with the situation because it's not. Yeah. 3 minutes left. 4 minutes left. That's a tricky window, so I don't know. Yeah, so I mean, at the minute, you know, I'm happy just to stream the 2 hours at like, you know, or hour and a half, 6:30 till 8. I think that's you know, most of the moves come between 7 and 8, I'd say. So I'm starting earlier, which means also there's moves around 6:30 a lot of the time coming into 7. So that means I'm always streaming for them. If the move comes late in the session, it just won't happen on stream, but I mean, that doesn't really matter too much. I think, you know, for the minute, this is all I can do. I want to stream at the end of the day, you know, and this is the only time I'm actually available to give, so it's hard. But the good thing is that it ain't gonna get more restricted than that. It'll only become less restricted, so I'm hoping, you know, in a year, maybe 2 years, I'll be able to do this for the full session. Do you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I left my job 8 years ago, started trading full time immediately. Best decision ever made. Nice. Yeah, when you fully, when you fully, yeah, it does make sense. When you when you fully make that transition, I think, yeah, you know, it is an amazing thing, of course. But I just do think the timing has got to be on point. And for me, the time is not right yet, so just waiting. But yeah, if you have gone full time, I salute you, because obviously, you know, that means you're living a dream. If you're not working another job and you're making that income and your trading income, you know, you're making that much. That's the dream, innit? That is the dream. But I mean, we're still living the dream, right? We're still trading every day, trading in live markets. You know, making consistent gains. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I mean, this week on YouTube already, if you know, we called 2 wins today. I took the trade before the stream, so I can't really call it on that. But I mean, you know, we called out some beasts here. If you followed, you know, where take profit levels, etc., you could have had a very solid week. But yeah. Looks like this wants to continue up again now, doesn't it?
Definitely testing me because it's in the zone, isn't it?
Yeah. I know.
But I've moved my stops actually at the moment below previous 15. So
yeah, that wouldn't have been a bad shout. I definitely think the stops had to go below here originally. See, like they were 35 minimum.
Big.
35 1-to-1 is going to be 163.064. If you get another 30 pip, Jesus, I will be impressed.
Yeah, it'll be like
you'll have more bottle than me. That's for definite.
So hard though. Psychology is like just it's just in front of your head
I
all the
know.
time.
Oh mate,
Pressure.
I know. I've been there. Thing is, think about like when I was on 5 lots. Like, I mean,
Oh
that was that really did test me because like 8 pips is still like 300 quid, and it's like,
yeah.
you know what I mean?
So,
Even that in a day, 300 squiddies in a day. You know, that's a solid amount of money. You know, and then you want to hold a 5 lot for 20 pips. That's gonna. But this is why I knew, okay, when I go back to the ones and build up again, take it slow. I need to make it solid, like the
yeah,
foundations.
you're right then.
Yeah. Whereas
Yeah,
beforehand, I was a little bit less structured. Whereas now I'm way more structured.
yeah, because you'll go back to the fives and you'll be actually holding for 20.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Like 700 pip winners and that.
Yeah. Can you imagine 700
Good.
squids?
Awesome.
It's gonna come soon. I can tell you now.
Yeah, mate. Just needs to break the high.
Well, and the candles need to reduce in volume because I can't have 5 lots
I
on
know.
30 pippers. That'll end up more being like 3 lots. But yeah, you should continue up now, to be honest. Oh, there you go. It's broken that high. 30 minutes broken the high.
I'm tempted to get out like 163, but obviously,
Whatever you feel like, man. What are you up now? Like 18.
yeah, 17.
Nice. Can't believe that's
It's been my
happened to
best
me
week
twice.
ever. This week,
Oh, great, mate.
done like
I'm
70,
pleased for you.
80 pips.
Pleased for you, mate. That's solid.
Okay.
See, the thing is, I would have joined you if I weren't a dickhead.
The thing is, you didn't get that win yesterday, and I got
Yeah.
that win later, so
Yeah, true. I should have
it
just.
makes
I knew what I should have done yesterday. Anyway, it was the one or two things. It was either hold to 1-1 or secure at the 17, and it was the same today. It happened too quick.
yeah.
Tapped 17 pips, and it just then retraced, and then I thought, oh, okay, I'm gonna have to wait for this to come back, and then it just never did. But that's so funny how that happened to me 2 days in a row. But anyway, we move on. It's always another day. But this week has been like a very nice week in terms of moves. Can't even
A lot of
lie.
volume.
Yeah, not even just the volume, just like really simple entries, really simple moves. Only key thing is just the volume. The choppiness has been difficult, but if you take that out of consideration, it's been moving very, very well.
I find it very difficult when there's a lot of volume and it just doesn't pull back. You don't get any clean pullbacks. Really struggle then.
I don't like pullbacks where it's a wick and then continues. I'd rather see a bearish candle. You get what I mean? Because then it's like that's an actual pullback. The wicks are more just like rejections to the downside to drive up. Like these two previous wicks, you know what I mean? They're not quite pullbacks. It was a lower time frame pullback, but it's a wick on the 15 or the 30 to drive up, which is nice to see. But we didn't really have any like actual pullback, so to speak, where you get like a 15 close against you or whatever. Because then that would have been better, because then you wouldn't have these situations where you have a new wick that comes down and taps you and then runs. It would just be a bearish candle, pull back, and then you need a further bullish candle, and then it'd have to break that and continue. So yeah, it's not liking that 900 level yet, is it?
Right to the top of that, didn't it? That zone.
But yeah, definitely not trading tomorrow, because if I trade tomorrow and then take a loss, I'll be pissed. 2 break evens and 1 win this week. But yeah. But oh well. So question, YouTube, do you lot prefer it without the music? Is that better? Just a little bit of chit chat, no music. Let me know. I've gone with no music today to see if anybody said anything.
Where are you living now, H? You moved to
Yeah, I moved up to near Bedfordshire, mate.
Bedfordshire.
Yeah, do you know it?
Where were you before? You were sort of
North London,
North
basically.
London,
Yeah, yeah. moved out now.
Bedfordshire. Didn't know, shouldn't I really?
Yeah,
I do live in England.
yeah.
It is.
You heard of Luton, haven't you?
It's near
Oh,
yeah.
Luton, yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, not near. I'm not actually near Luton in it, but I mean, kind of near Luton, if that makes sense.
You're in Milton Keynes, Kelsey?
Yeah, near Milton Keynes. It's like 20 minutes away.
Yeah.
So only about probably like 40 minutes from H.
Yeah. I'd say we're less than that now. I'd say we're more like
Do you two ever go out together?
We haven't since summer.
Nah, not since last year. Yeah, haven't. I met up with him last year. I don't know why we don't meet up actually that
We
much.
just talk every day, don't we?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it's
we
like-
just yeah. So we don't really like. Yeah, I know what you
Don't
mean.
need to, do you?
Yeah, but no, we definitely we did say we were gonna meet up this summer anyway.
Yeah, we'll meet up soon.
Yeah. And then once we get a few more people in the group, we'll have to do a little group meet up. That'd be good.
I was wanted a little trading friend near me.
Yeah.
We're both on the same wavelength, you know.
Oh yeah. Me and Kelsey are very
Nice.
aligned with our goals, innit? Like I think that's why became friends, because we're quite similar in the sense that we're quite ambitious people, and do you know what I mean? So when we became friends, innit, we knew that about each other.
Yeah, it was instant.
Yeah, we do like push each other in it to do good. So it's good.
Meet up with one guy down near me, but just got the impression he didn't like me.
Oh really?
Well,
Oh.
he never. We went for a coffee and we never spoke again. So
Oh.
I don't think he's, no second date, mate.
Yeah.
Heartbreak.
Heartbreak. Yeah, heartbreak. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah. I'll find another one.
Yeah, exactly. But that's good. But yeah, no. A group meet up for HTG would be solid. I'd be definitely on doing that one day.
Yeah, I'll be on.
Yeah. Just wanna get a few more regulars. You know what I mean? I don't want any more people joining that are just gonna like not say anything. I want people that are like, come on every day on the Zoom, and do you know what I mean? Build that community. That's what I'm after.
Yeah, it just takes time, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It just takes time.
Yeah, I mean the thing is that there's so much free stuff out there. That's why people just don't really bother. Really, I think 2 years ago people bothered getting mentors and
Yeah, it's a
signing
different
up.
time. People were off work, weren't they? I think
Exactly.
a lot of people got into forex, and
yeah, because
a lot
they
of
had
people
all
have
that
failed
spare
and
time.
given up.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the influx of people that like came to me and started trading when the first like lockdowns and that was crazy, but now they've all dropped off because they only got involved because they had the spare time, not because they had necessarily a passion for it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, no. It looks like GJ's
Are there
continuing.
many London streams?
I mean, I don't know about many, but I know of a couple. I know there's definitely a couple out there. But I mean, it's just like I don't really care, and it's just YouTube. I'm more worried about like my personal trading and trying to help people in the group. Well, there you go, Kelsey. What are you gonna do?
Yeah. What's he gonna do?
What's he gonna do? He's quiet. He's
I know. I'm thinking.
he's not sure. I know. Otherwise, she'd be like, yeah,
We're at
close.
this daily level, so I don't want to be greedy.
Yeah, don't want to be greedy, but I'm not gonna say anything.
You've had a good week. Why don't you just go break even and just let it
Yeah,
run?
I'm break even now.
See
Yeah,
what
you
happens.
could. Yeah, you could. I don't want to influence him, but you could go break even and just see where it goes. But then, just the tricky part of trading, man. This is where
Yeah,
the psyche comes in.
Because realistically, I should be holding still.
Yeah, you should be. Well, in theory, you should be holding to your 1-to-1, right?
Yeah, not wrong.
But I'm not gonna influence the decision.
I've got options though, because
You've
I'm
got
up with
options.
still.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you've got options. You could even fucking do options for on YouTube. You could even trail the 15-minute stops. could do that and just see where it goes. I mean,
I think I'll see where this 30 closes and then make a decision, because I think
the last 5 minutes in it.
yeah, but we could reject the field, but at the same time, it wouldn't hurt to hold.
No, it's not going to hurt you unless you let it go into drawdown. But I mean,
know,
if it goes into drawdown now, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't even like that. Yeah, do what you think.
I don't think I'm going to catch a trade today. I'm just going to call it a day, to be honest.
Nice.
Looking pretty shit on the EU.
Is it?
Well, it's so bearish. I can't sell it really. I can't do anything. So I'm just going to leave it. Wait. But I'll probably catch you Monday then.
Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow, but I just...
Oh, you're on tomorrow?
Yeah, I'll be on, but it won't be for long, because I've got... and in fact, I will be on longer tomorrow, because I haven't got to leave till 9, so I might be on till like 8:45 tomorrow. But,
Okay.
yeah. Alright, mate, have a good weekend anyway, if I don't see you tomorrow.
Yeah, no worries, mate.
Alright,
Catch you
mate.
later.
Yeah, take
Bye.
care. Bye, bye.
Yeah.
See you later. Oh, it's tap 163, and it's not liked it.
No.
I feel your pain now. If I was in this, I'd be like, well, I would have been out by now, personally, but
Yeah. Well, the thing is, the 5 minutes formed some good support. Maybe we are just going to make
might just be a wick to drive up. Yeah, I think if it starts breaking that 5-minute low, though, that ain't good to sitch. And as I say that, but it could just be a pullback. I mean, we're coming into open as well, innit? So if you could maybe hold before open, like if you're, but then do you want to risk?
I don't really. Yeah, it's hard at this point. Like, I don't really want to take a loss now. We tap into a strong level.
163 key level, yeah.
Yeah.
How much are you up if it breaks that low? Like, if it breaks that low, what would that price level be? That'd only be like 10, innit? Probably less.
I'm only up at 10 now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Doesn't look like it's going to come back up at this point.
No.
You never know.
I'm not sure. It might do. I hope it does, mate.
The 1 minute structure is actually quite nice. It seems to be holding.
Okay. Well, that would be good anyway, if it does. I just can't believe that happened to me twice, man.
It's annoying.
Yeah, it was annoying.
If it stops me now, break even and runs again, I'll say the same thing. I should have held.
Yeah,
So-
but then if it stops your break even and rejects, you know what I mean?
Yeah. See, now it's coming to 7:30. Like this could be the candle that pulls us back a bit. So would rather. I'm just gonna leave it. I've got break even, so
All right. But yeah, I was gonna say from May in it, I'm definitely not doing the whole break even thing unless what's it called? Unless, which I definitely do break even, is when when we're at the highs
yeah,
on the 4 hour. That
I
type
know.
of trade.
we need to be.
Yeah, because at the amount of times I know they reject, so that one's a definite.
See, it's last minute. We'll see if we reject, because obviously that zone to the left. If we can get above 820 at least, that would be a good sign.
If we start to get rejections before open, then it's different. But as long as the 7th the next 30 minute can close bullish. It should be good. And it didn't break that previous 5-minute low, so
Come on. Do me a solid.
trust. No, but it'll be a solid week for you, mate. I'll be pleased.
If we come back up to not be able to get past 163 again, then I will just close out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a nice 15-minute close.
Not the best, is it? I haven't really looked at gold or anything today. Or GN. GN just doesn't seem to like, whenever it does that, it creates a weak bearish, strong bullish of nowhere. It never seems to like that.
Doesn't continue.
No, it doesn't. Yeah, that 15 isn't the best close, is it? It could
Kind of like,
and that
down.
30 minute couldn't close above 900.
No. Push. Keep going. Wanna.
Okay, you prefer no music? Cool. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do the music anymore. It is quite long, isn't it, doing that every day?
Closed out.
You closed
daily
it?
index. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, how many did you get?
21.
That's still
Yeah,
pretty solid.
It's probably going to start smashing past this now, but that
Yeah,
15-minute
sure.
close, I don't like it. Let's see what the TP would have been then. What's that level? We're at a key level as well in F163.
Hmm. This might continue though. Oh well, 21 pips is still a solid day. So that is still
Yeah.
solid.
Because I did change my risk. I moved this like 14 pips below that previous 30 now, or before. So it would have been, even if I took 20, it would have been like I managed my risk anyway. To lose less. But I'll see if it does hit. You know what 7:30 till 8 is like though. Been bullish for like 50, 60 pips.
Yeah, we've been bullish pretty much since we had one pullback at 6, and then we've just continued.
I wish you held it though.
Yeah, I wish I did too, mate, but the stops were just so big.
Yeah, this whole stop thing is difficult. It's just so much bigger.
I think the psyche is what done me. Same with yesterday.
Because what were you again? Up 17 was it?
Yeah, up 17, 18, and then pulled back, and I just don't like that.
If it breaks the high, this is going to go.
Trust. Yeah, but this week was a good example though. If you properly hold, trust the analysis.
Example.
Yeah. But to be honest, April was a rocky month for me anyway. So I just think, you know what, come back in May and absolutely kill it.
I hope May's good. May is normally quite difficult as well. But if we get volume like this still, I'm going to just try and hold my trades, especially if this one still ends up running up. Did anyone else catch any buys today?
I'm not sure.
Hopefully.
Chat's being
Right.
yeah.
I've closed that. It's gone 10 bits higher than my TP. Already.
What do you mean? Ooh.
It's already like 12 pips now from where I secured.
Is it?
Yeah, wait, so where was my... I had my final profits at like 130. So that's 10 pips away. That was nearly a 40 pip move, that would have been.
Wow. Man, if I held all them trades to 1-to-1, I should have had a solid week. Serious. Would it have hit your take profit yet? I should have done, innit? No. Oh.
Because I had a... Let's have a look. From where my entry was, my stops were about 39.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Shit.
Even if I had it below just the previous 15, it was still 36.
Was it?
Your stop must have been the same then.
I think it was about 35, yeah, 36, yeah.
Right.
Should continue higher though. Oh, it's continuing up.
Yeah. It just doesn't care about any levels. It just smashes for everything, doesn't it now?
Yeah, and then another week it will have serious reaction.
Yeah.
It's frustrating, but is what it is.
Mate, this is crazy. Imagine I held that. Fuck. Yeah, would have hit.
Oh wow. GG. Oh wow. GG. Oh damn. Jesus. Yeah, it's gonna hit that 4-hour level.
That would have been. I was looking. It was like 230. No, 240 something on a one lot.
You've been 240 on a one lot.
Would have been, yeah, if I held it.
Oh. So what would that have been on a two lot? 480.
Yeah.
What, all the way to 220 or you talking about to your TP?
To my actual TP, where
right,
I
okay.
Yeah. Which was like 120.
Right, okay, I get you. Mate, what's going on with the stream, man? It went from like 20 viewers down to like 7 and then back up to 16. It's crazy.
No trades here, guys. It's done.
Yeah, we had our trade this morning before the stream. Well, I took the entry before the stream, but I mean, to be fair, people had an opportunity to get in if they were here on time at the start. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, looks like the whole move came today.
Yeah, I was looking from the low points here. I was looking at daily. If we closed good on the daily yesterday, I knew today was going to pump. It was just like if it closed weak and then we broke below it, there was room to come down a bit more.
Yeah, let's look at the daily. Yeah, daily was solid. It just was this area that was the problem. So once we got above 162, yeah, to be fair, we had clean to 977.
That's
So
what I
probably,
closed out.
yeah, I think 977 was the sensible target, to be fair. Oh, look at GJ now.
That's the thing. Now we've got a lot of room to come up because of how low we come down to support. Imagine this weekly can flip.
Yeah, let's look at the weekly real quick. Oh, that is a big rejection. Yeah, that does make me think we're going to have more room to continue up later on. We just need breaks above 165. So once we get daily closes back above 165, we should drive back up. But the problem is, like I said, is if we start to get more profit taken, it will be at a lower high. Do you get what I'm saying? So we probably reject somewhere around there as well. So we do have to be careful. But yeah, we've got around 15 minutes till open. So we'll see.
Yeah, did you see the way Leon sent something on the Discord yesterday? One of his trades.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's he takes entries up to 1 minute.
Does he?
Yeah, he said that trade there, a 2-pip stop, because basically where he's getting in, he's expected to just fall from that point. He held to 13 British reward.
That's pretty good.
He said he trades EU.
Yeah. Oh, you're right, Scott. So I didn't see you in there. How's it going? Nice to have you on regularly. Pretty good. No, that's cool. It's cool. No problem. I'll leave that there just in case you want to ask any questions or anything. Oh, your mic is broken. That's cool, mate.
Did you manage to catch anything, Scott? That's good if he's learning.
Oh, good. If he's learning, that's the main thing. But yeah. But don't feel free to obviously ask as many questions as you want, Scott. I'll keep the. I sometimes forget to put this chat thing up because no one really uses it. But if your mic's broken and you're coming on every day, I'll make sure I put it up. And then obviously if you have any questions, I can read them from there.
I remember Scott used to come on quite a lot, didn't he?
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah. That's good.
Zoo.
All good. So yeah, we'll see what happens here. Probably call it a day at open. Just want to see if open continues or not. But it's just pumping, man. It always does this though, doesn't it? There's always a pull. Every time I'm in a trade or we're in the trade at the start, the pullbacks are just crazy. And then the minute it gets past wherever,
As soon as you got past that daily level, mate.
Yeah.
As soon as I got out, it just started pumping. I knew it.
I know.
I think for May, I'm just gonna have to, like, obviously in certain situations where we need to be break even go, but for the majority, I just need to be holding because there's still a few times this month where I didn't do it
Yeah.
fully.
Oh yeah, me too. But it's because like when you're up and then your next one takes a break even, then it's Thursday, and you're like, you know, what I mean, I knew I had to go break even today because of what happened yesterday. If I won yesterday, I would have held the trade today. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah. I've done 465 just on the one lot this week.
465.
Yeah.
Oh mate, that's solid.
I remember like last year I was on the 0.75s and that, and I was having like £30 weeks, £60 weeks, and I was like, I don't know how to hold these trades. It's been big progression.
Oh mate, yeah, it's solid, mate. Pleased for you. You done much better than me this week, so I can't.
Yeah.
I have to give credit when it's due.
I think it's mainly been down to the volume, how big the stop losses have been, obviously, but yeah, still, it's been a lot. I suppose when there is big candles, it means more volume to catch, better moves.
Trust.
Do you swing trade miner, or do you just look at getting off like hour candles and then have bigger stops? Because for me, like having the stop I did today is probably the biggest stop I've had. Like 30, high 30s is massive for me.
Yeah, that is big for me. The thing is, obviously, I was gonna try and jump on the 2 lots, but how could I do that when stops have like doubled?
It'd be quadrupling your risk, wouldn't you?
Yeah. I think you get out too quickly and your stop loss too small for a pair like GJ. I don't know. I mean, I don't. For me, I think what I do like works. It's just a case of there's always going to be them weeks like this week where there's a little bit more volatility in the markets, and obviously if you're putting stops to break even, you know, there's always a probability that it's going to tap you out. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I mean, obviously I don't know how you trade. If you trade swing trading like Kelsey was saying, then obviously, you know, then you have bigger stops, bigger targets. That's understandable. So like a swing trader might have taken buys here, put stops below that 4-hour candle to drive up, but I'm not quite at that sort of. That's not really my thing yet. I'm more just
not holding too long.
No, I'm more basing my ideas off the higher time frames, but I'm using the next 30-minute target. I'm using the lower time frame basically. You know what I'm saying? I'm using that. So. But yeah, I'll still be on tomorrow. It will just be a normal discussion. I definitely won't be taking any trades tomorrow. Just be a normal discussion.
Might see if I can hit a home run tomorrow.
Yeah, imagine if you get enough on.
Like 100 pip or something.
Yeah, can you imagine? If you do take a trade tomorrow, you should just let it run.
Yeah.
Just put stops to break even at a certain level, and then just say, right, I'm just letting it run. But yeah, GJ's just continuing to pump. Right, I'm just gonna go and make some. Oh my god, who's seeing this?
So volatile, man.
Trust. thing is, like when I look back and I'm just like, I took a break even, but again, not even one 15-minute bearish candle. That is terrible of me.
I don't know, maybe it could be like looking at the 15 minutes and say, I won't close out until like I get a close back. You know what we say, like
Yeah. That's what I used to do, didn't I? But the thing is obviously I just on the psychology is definitely that is probably my hardest thing to overcome, is to go into big profit and let it come back. That is 100% my biggest struggle. That is where I lack that strength in mindset. That
I don't think it's like 10 pips for you though, but it's more like over 15.
No, I don't care about 10 pips, because you saw yesterday I was up like what 14, let it come back. Today again it was up like what 12, let it come back, and then it continued on to like 17. It's when it gets to that near 20 pip, because 20 pip is like that's where I want to be securing. I want 20 pips. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not too bothered about trying to catch 30, 40. 20 is solid. If I can get 20 pips per trade, I'm cushy. Do you get what I mean?
Mm.
That's solid. That's a solid day at 20 pipper. But to have it go into profit, like it happened exactly the same as yesterday. It went 10, 12 pips, pulled back to entry, then continued, went further, then pulled back to entry, then continued. So I think I've just got to realise that it's because the candles are much bigger. So if we measure these candles, the range of that candle was 30 pips. The range of the next candle was 20 pips. So yeah, okay, when I think about it like that, well,
it's really only moved 10 pips in profit for it to pull back.
So the next candle, 20 pip range. So they're all moving about 20 pips. So that means if I'm up 20 pips, of course I'm going to get stopped at break even. So I definitely did not take that into consideration. But at the end of the day, was where the thin line in trading lies is I got the right move. Stop loss placement was on point. Where the take profit was going to be was on point. Everything was spot on. Just while being in the trade is the decisions and the psychology. So it's not like you took the wrong trade. You're an idiot. It's you took the right trade. Everything was right. Just the way you played the trade in the end meant it didn't work out. But if you just tweak that 1 week, you come back, you're going to get it right, because all you have to do is just change how you act while you're in the trade. No, it's nothing, because you're getting the right moves. You know exactly where to enter the trade. The hardest part in trading, in my opinion, is the entry, because if you think about it, stop loss is fairly easy to get quick, to understand where your stop loss needs to go. Take profits, okay, it's tricky, but take profits don't matter if you don't even know where to enter. If you don't know a consistent way of entering a trade, or what you need to see to click the button. Once you know what you need to see to click the button, everything else is much easier to deal with. Like take profit levels, okay, but as long as you know exactly where to enter, you'll know and work out exactly where to close the trade. Man, this is just still running, I can't believe it.
I know, this is mental.
Yeah, right, I'm just going to go make a quick tea. I'll be back. I know most people have left on the stream now. So yeah, we'll probably call it a day in 5 minutes. But yeah, let me just quickly stick the kettle. In fact, I'll stick the kettle on, come back, we'll call it a day, and then I'll go make my drink. But people on the Zoom, I'm going to leave the Zoom on, so you lot can stay on for a bit. I'm just going to call this stream a day actually. But I'll leave the Zoom on for a little bit, probably to about another 45 minutes or so. Right, let me go stick the kettle on, I'll be back.
With GJ, I always look at 0.20, 0.80 and round numbers for reaction. Yeah, see for me, like I do definitely keep an eye on 163, 162, and then the 0.500 as well. Definitely keep an eye out on. And then more or less I mark up for on daily levels, and normally we'll have targets around areas like that, and then just see how we react. I think that's good. you do catch some big moves, props to you. Especially if you're full-time trading as well, you're not going to be using small lots. I suppose as well, it's confidence, isn't it? You know, once you know it's going to keep going, you know, based on what you've seen for years and years and years, you'd be stupid to just close out. And I'm just not really at that point yet. I've only been doing GJ London for about 1.5 years. Before that, wasn't doing anything that really worked. So now stuck with this. I can imagine in like 2 years, I should know. You know, for example, today there was a lot more opportunity to push up, as well based on the fundamentals. I had that push up this morning with the whole Japanese outlook for the rate and stuff, and that's obviously, you know, push price up. It's unbelievable though. Look at this, still going. It's coming out the screen for me on my MT5. Zoom out a little bit. But I think if you've been stacking positions from the lows there at like 159, 700, it makes a lot of sense because higher time frames, you know, we are very bullish. We just come back to a key support level. We've failed to really, you know, come any lower. Didn't even make much of a wick below the daily support levels, and from that point, we have some nice upside structure really. It has been doing that quite a lot as well. I think even from on the daily, looking back from where we had, we've had like pushes up in October to like 158. We kept coming back to that same key support level around 150. If you were buying at the lows there, you just play it all the way up, get out roughly at the highs, let it come back down, get back in. And it made a lot of sense. I'd say you definitely can become wealthy with 10 and 20 pips because it's just a matter of lot size, isn't it? Yeah, exactly. Percentages do matter because you just got to up your lot size. If you're taking 10 or 20 pips, you want to just risk a bit more money on that move. If you're taking bigger moves, you may be trading higher lots and stuff. That's fine. But relatively, if you are trading on the lower time frames, you would be trying to catch less. And there's some good examples of people that do catch a small amount of pips and do really well. I think it's just down to doing the same thing, day in, day out, and as you get better, you advance. Eventually, with years of experience, you can hold trades longer than 20. But at the start, to build confidence, getting 10 and 20, for me is working well. So I am definitely looking to maximise more moves. That's why I'm trying to hold. But it does take time because a lot of psychology comes into it. But I can see why you look at new traders like this, catching 10, 20, and while you've got 10 years of experience or whatever, of course you're going to be catching big moves. It's kind of expected. And then you're looking down and thinking, relatively, it's definitely not a lot catching 10 and 20 when you're still taking trades at lower time frames and catching big moves. But yeah, everyone's on their own journey, innit? everyone's taking their time, figuring it out themselves. I can't imagine GJ pushing up anymore, but you just don't know at this point. It is breaking more lower time frame resistance, so it may just continue.
Oh, what's open saying?
Well, it might end up flipping.
Oh yeah.
Just how it can go up anymore.
Can't believe how much it's moved today though.
It's like 100 more entry.
Yeah.
Or more than that.
Okay. With GJ, I always look for 0.20, 0.50, 0.80 and numbers for reaction. Oh yeah, like 163, 163, 800, 163, 500. Yeah. I've heard, I think they call that quarter point theory, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, I don't even think it's more like the quarter point theory, it's more like it's, it's price levels, isn't it? 163 is a key price level. Because people in their head round it up. Oh, it's at 163 today. Oh, it's at 165. Do you know what I mean? So, pips don't matter. Percentages do. I think pips do matter because obviously, you might only be pips and percent. It all works out the same, doesn't it? Really, because if you think about it, if you have a 30 pip stop loss, you have to adjust your risk if you're only used to taking 20 pip stop losses, because as a percent of your account, yeah, you're gonna be risking more of a percent, but you could also make it the same percent by lowering the lot size. So you do. I get what you're trying to say. I know that percentages obviously matter and pips do. I think it depends on your weight. Like I don't really look at percent. I don't care about percentage gain. I care about how much did I make for the week? How many pips did I catch? I focus on each individual trade. I don't like to look at, oh, I did 10% this week. I don't really look at it like that. I just say, okay, I done 3% this week, but I know that means I got 20 pips. I only got 20 pips for the week, and then I carry that into the next week. Alright, so yeah, we're gonna call it a day now here anyway. So YouTube, thanks very much for coming on. Make sure you drop a like on the stream. It's been a good week. I will be on tomorrow as well, so don't worry. And then obviously we'll be back next week for May. But yeah, so it's all good. Alright then YouTube, enjoy the rest of your day. Hopefully you guys had some good nice trades today. Hopefully you've had a win. If you didn't, don't worry, take it on the chin. Come back tomorrow, see what tomorrow brings. If not, then call it a month and then come back on Monday. Alright YouTube, take care, thanks very much, and we'll see everybody tomorrow.